Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm very excited to do because I'm going to be doing a demo application and my full review of all the complexion products from LYS Beauty. If you're new here, welcome. If you like complexion product reviews and makeup in general and everything beauty, you are in the right place. I hope you enjoy this video and find it helpful. Give it a like if you do, and I hope you consider subscribing to my channel today. And without any further ado, let's dive in. You can see I'm starting with a bare face, so we're going to be playing with all the complexion products from LYS Beauty. That video is not sponsored. I purchased all these items on my own, and let me show you what we're going to be using. So this video was definitely inspired by this product in the first place that you may have already seen on my channel. I've used this on camera for you guys. This is a LYS Triple Fix Full Coverage Concealer. I've picked it up not so long ago and I fell in love with the formula. Yes, I know I'm jumping ahead here, but this is basically why I was so interested in trying more complexion products from the brand, because I really loved this concealer. I also picked up a newly launched bronzer stick. I will be doing the application of the Triple Fix Serum Foundation, and I do have a blush, a bronzer, and the setting powder. I unfortunately do not have a highlighter from this line to demo for you today because that product was sold out both on Sephora and on the brand's website at the time of me shopping for all these products. However, I am really excited to play around with all this product and show you guys all these things in action. If you guys new here, just before we get started, I do want to tell you this is not a first impression video. I have played with these products for the past week, and I do have a very roundup thoughts on all these products today. Today I will be using this mattifying and pore filling primer by Ulta Beauty. You guys know that this is my favorite. I use this all the time, especially in summer season. I'm gonna have a good amount. The reason why I decided to choose this type of primer is because all the cream products that we're going to be using, besides that most of them are creams, right? We have cream blush, we have cream bronzer, we have a serum foundation that is infused with some skincare ingredients. Most of these products are meant to add hydration, and I am a combination oily skin. I do have visible pores on my T-zone, so we're going to be trying to make those products work. Now that my skin is primed, let's get to foundation. So this is what the packaging looks like. It's a frosted glass bottle, rose gold plasticky cap. We have a pump. This foundation retails for $22. You get 1 ounce of product, and there are 35 shades available on Sephora website, and the shelf life is 9 months. So if you're not familiar with LYS Beauty, it is available at Sephora and on their own website. It is a Black-owned brand, and it's also a clean brand at Sephora. It is considerably affordable, taking the Sephora price ranges. LYS stands for Love Yourself. Let's read a few claims on this foundation. So it says clean skincare infused serum foundation with buildable light to medium coverage in an array of shades. It does have skincare ingredients like ashwagandha, turmeric, and hyaluronic acid. All the good stuff. Let's go ahead and apply this foundation. It says shake really well. I now have all my brushes and a sponge ready to go. So I'm going to take about this much. This is about 1 pump of product, and I'm going to start applying it. So I definitely see a coverage right away. There is a little bit of glow to this product. It actually melts into my skin really easily. And I forgot to mention my shade is LN6, and I think it matches me perfectly. I do at the moment have a self tan that I just did this morning, so it's pretty strong color right now, which is not an issue because I'm still gonna bronze my face at the end. I do have some redness today on my cheeks, and I do have a pretty large breakout that's kind of already healing, but it's still very much visible and it's still pink. I would like to continue on this side with a brush so you guys would see the difference. I'm gonna take a little bit of product. This side is with the brush, and this one with the sponge. One very thin layer. I feel like they both look the same. There's literally no streakiness going on this face. I do not see the difference. I think either tool was perfectly fine. Whatever you preferred. As for me, as long as it's not fingers, I'm perfectly fine with it. It does say it is a light to medium buildable formula, so I definitely see a really nice, even a light coverage. It's a really good light coverage, okay, more towards the medium, I would say, but I still like to add a little bit more coverage to where my redness is on my cheeks. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my sponge for that. I'm gonna add a little bit of product just on the apples of my cheeks, and I do also want to add a little bit more to my forehead. Alright guys, so this is 1.5 layers of foundation and I really like it. And let's just do a close-up evaluation. So my skin is definitely glowy at the moment, a nice medium coverage. Everything looks nice and hydrated. I still see a little bit of redness, but I'm okay with it. But overall, the complexion looks really even, hydrated, and so far it's a little bit glowy. Let's go ahead and move on to the Triple Fix concealer. It does say it is full coverage, you guys. The concealer retails for $18 and it comes in 25 shades. Mine is in the shade LN6 and the packaging is very beautiful. It's in a triangular shape. The shelf life for the concealer is 12 months and this is what the doe foot applicator looks like. It's a little bit angled and it is pointed. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this right here in the corner of my eyes. Okay, so the concealer is on. It does look and feel very hydrating on skin. And like I mentioned earlier, it is not a first impression video. This concealer applied really easily. It literally just melts into your skin and it does feel like it's skincare infused. There is a watermelon extract, vitamin A and C and B to help revitalize and rehydrate your skin. And then hyaluronic acid and again, ashwagandha for skin anti-stress. This is what my skin looks like. My complexion is still pretty glowy, you guys. However, you see very even and natural coverage. As far as foundation being a natural finish, right now it's not yet natural. I still see that it is glowy and I did use a mattifying primer. So you see for yourself how it looks on the skin. And as far as the concealer, I do see a very nice application. It was smooth, it was hydrating, just melted on my skin so easily. It just feels hydrating and uncomfortable on skin. However, I do not see a full coverage. I do find it to be a good medium coverage. Both of these shades of foundation and concealer, they are the same LN6 shade, and I think they perfectly match my natural complexion. Okay guys, let's move on to the newly launched product. This is a No Limits Cream Bronzer and Contour Stick. This retails for $19 and it comes in 5 different shades. This twists up and down. To get the stick out of the component, you just need to twist the bottom a few times like that. This is a shade Motivate. This is the lightest one out of 5. The outside packaging is plastic and it's kind of like that satiny finish, also triangular shape. There's 7.2 grams of product here and the shelf life is 12 months. I'm gonna go and directly apply it on my face. Let's read some of the claims on the product. It is a clean, talc-free, buildable cream bronzer that visibly sculpts, defines, and livens up the complexion with a silky smooth blendable formula. Skin-friendly ingredients added like rosehip oil, green tea extract, and sodium hyaluronate. I'm gonna use my Moda buffing brush and I'm gonna just start buffing it, starting from here. Look how easily that blended and melted into my skin. The shade, guys, is workable. It's definitely light, but it does kind of remind me the same undertone like I got from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Okay guys, that blended out really easily. It really just melted on my skin. I think the undertone is okay. It's not yellow. It's a little bit warmer, but it's not like orangey yellow. I'd like to clean up here. So this is my favorite part about working with cream complexion products, is because the cleanup is so easy. I'm just gonna take my sponge and I like to clean up this area. I'm not adding any more product. I'm just using the same sponge that I used my foundation and concealer for. I'm just gonna clean up this area like that. I would like to move on next to the cream blush. This is a higher standard satin cream blush. This is in the shade Inspire. There is a mirror. This blush retails for $16 and comes in 9 different shades. As per usual, I'm gonna go ahead and use my Moda buffing brush and just pick up a little bit of product because I know this product is pigmented. And I'm gonna start applying it on the very top portion of my cheeks, just tapping motions like that. And I'm not gonna add any more product. I'm just gonna use another side of my brush and just try to blend it out. It is a really beautiful color, and you guys saw how easily that blended into skin with no streakiness. It didn't move foundation underneath. It looks really beautiful and natural on skin. It does not look like it sits on top of my skin. It actually looks like it's coming from within. Now we're done with all the cream products, and we're gonna go ahead and set everything with powder and then finish up with a bronzer. Before we get to that, I do want to show you the design for these 3 components. The packaging is super cute. I just really like the aesthetics of this brand. They're all triangular shape, but the cream blush packaging is a little bit different finish. It's more of like a muted satin finish, and these ones are very reflective and shiny. This type of shiny packaging, as much as I like it, it does pick up all the fingerprints. So next I'm gonna go ahead and use the powder. This is a triple fix translucent setting powder. Mine is in the shade Resilient. I'm gonna take my favorite Ulta Beauty brush, just pick up some powder. There's a little bit of a fallout. This powder is slightly soft pressed, and just a tap right under my eye carefully. Recently, I have been having a lot of sensitivity to my eyes, you guys, and I've been sharing that with you on my Instagram stories. And I don't know if it's seasonal allergies or maybe I am allergic to something in the makeups that I'm using. So I haven't figured that out, but I think for most part, it is seasonal allergies. And I also recently picked up these little puffs from Amazon. They're in a triangular shape, and you can put like your fingers right here, and it's really comfortable to use. So I'm going to use some of this powder, pick it up on the puff, and just press it right here. So let me read some statements on this powder. This is a translucent press setting powder that blurs the skin and locks complexion products in place while absorbing excess oil for a natural matte finish. This powder has ingredients like niacinamide, green tea, and sodium hyaluronate. And all these ingredients are supposed to lock in the moisture that you have and do not interfere with that. However, niacinamide is supposed to also help with smoothing effect of your texture. So I really like to just help this product out and use a puff and just press it into my skin where I do have a concern of enlarged pores. With a bigger brush, I'd like to powder the remaining areas. So the powder does not look powdery. It definitely does look like it's smoothed out this area here where I do have visible pores. I do have a little bit of texture and some minor breakouts on my chin today, so I don't feel like anything is accentuated right now. And I really like that soft matte finish on this powder, and it feels comfortable on skin so far. As you notice, I did not set the bronzer on my face. I would like to use the powder bronzer to set my cream bronzer. This is a technique that I've been using lately, especially now going into a warmer, more hot and humid season. This is a No Limits matte bronzer. It retails for $18 and comes in 5 shades. Mine is in the shade Motivate, which is the lightest out of 5. All these compacts, by the way, all have mirrors on them, and I really love it. I just find it really helpful. I'm gonna pick up a little bit of a bronzer, and it's giving me a little bit of a fallout, but nothing crazy, just a tiny bit. And I'm just gonna tap it with a fluffy angle brush. I do not find it powdery on the face, and it just seems like it's very blendable. It just goes on skin really nicely. I'm gonna switch to a little bit more fluffy brush and just do this portion of my face. This bronzer doesn't feel to be too pigmented, so it's really easy to work with. It blends in at no issues, and the color shows up right away. You can definitely go a little bit stronger and add more pigment. The look that I was going for today is that airy natural airbrush type, so I do not want harsh lines. I just kind of want products to flow into each other. That gives a very natural look, like all this is mine, like I woke up like this. I do want to make sure my face blends into my self-tan. Hey guys, so I actually went ahead and finished off my makeup. Also did film this eye makeup look using this new McGRATH mini eyeshadow palette that just launched, and that video will be coming on my channel, if not before this video, definitely after. Products that I used to finish off my face will be all linked for you in the description box. Let me finally give you my roundup thoughts on all the LYS Beauty products that we today used. And starting off from the Triple Fix Serum Foundation, I think that it is a wonderful hydrating formula. It's not overly hydrating, super easy to apply. It feels really light on skin and evened out my complexion really nicely. I think that even one layer of this foundation would look very beautiful. I did have some redness and I wanted to add a little extra, and it did give me that additional coverage. Even though I love this packaging, it is a glass bottle and it's pretty bulky. It would definitely look beautiful on your vanity, and I'm not sure if it's going to be a travel friendly item for you though. Now, as far as the concealer, you guys already know how much I love this product. I've been using it a lot since I got it, and I've had it probably for a good month or so. This concealer's packaging is plastic, so it is definitely a more convenient to travel with. So I really like the pointed doe foot applicator. One thing that I wanted to mention, and I think I already kind of mentioned that in my previous videos, the doe foot applicator has an angle to it, and when you try to take it out, you have to almost push it in and out. Just be careful with it, so either not to splash the product out when you take it out, and of course not to break the doe foot itself. As far as this new bronzing sticks, I will speak for myself specifically. Being a very fair skinned person, I know how difficult it can be sometimes to get the undertone right when you're fair, and sometimes it's too yellow or too orange, too warm, like too red of an undertone. I think they worked out and blended into my complexion wonderfully. I didn't try to build this up, but I thought the one layer gave you a really nice natural blended look. It is definitely a very creamy product and very hydrating. If you have a drier skin, I think you would like this product. It definitely feels like it is skincare infused. Overall, I do not feel anything on my face right now, so I actually really like it. One thing that I wanted to mention is that I really love that the product goes up and down. It's not just like sticks in one position. So I wanted to kind of show you that it does melt a little bit on the sides. It does have a melted area right there if you can see it. I just would say, just if your room is very, very hot, just make sure you don't melt the stick. I definitely see that if you leave this product in a very warm room or keep it in a purse, it most probably will melt. As far as the cream blush, I actually really like the formula. It's a little bit drier texture when you touch it. It's almost like a putty blush. I blended this one in and I made it just a very sheer color on my face today. However, it's definitely buildable. You can definitely intensify it. I really love that it did not move any foundation underneath. Generally, it was really easy to blend with the brush. I really like how natural it looks on my skin, and it just looks like the color comes from within rather than sitting on my face. As far as the pressed powder bronzer, I really enjoyed it. I think it's a really nice formula. It's not super firmly pressed, but it's a little bit of kickback, and it does blend into your skin really nicely. It's not powdery, it's not too overly pigmented, so I really enjoyed this, and I will continue using it. This pressed powder, I thought it was very nice. It looks very natural. It is the very soft matte finish, which I enjoy. I think this is a really nice retouching powder. I think if you are a drier skin, you would also enjoy it. You would not find it over drying. One thing that I did want to mention about this powder, since I've already tested it for about a week, and I know that it is not a long lasting powder. It doesn't lock my entire makeup because I'm an oily skin. My oils do come through much faster having this product on. It is more of a finishing powder for me and retouching powder. Overall, I very much enjoyed every single product today. Nothing breaks down, nothing wears out on me, doesn't fade throughout the day. I generally really love how the brand stands for like this natural, healthy look, and added skin loving ingredients into each and every single one of these products. So I think that my skin looks beautiful, glowy, and healthy. This sums up my video today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful. If you did like it, give it a thumb up, and I hope you will subscribe to my channel today before you go. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in my next videos. Bye.